Yo. I'm doing Libra again because I don't know what happened. I mean, the video says it's still uploading, but yeah, it does only go to like 3 minutes or something, but it shows 20 minutes and 13 seconds. I don't know what happened. That was a good reading, so maybe somebody doesn't want you to hear that, or it's not meant for you, or maybe it is. Maybe it was. Well, the funny thing is, the whole reading said that well, no. Did it say that? Oh, you know that somebody's like disguising something or hiding something, but they're not telling you much, or maybe they are. But you weren't even in it, Libra. It was like, unless you're not a Libra sun sign that I was talking to, you weren't in that reading at all. Somebody else hijacked it, meaning either you're not a Libra sun sign and the messages was about somebody else, and you're just like either their friend or they're talking to you or whatever. I don't know. I'm just saying, it was, I don't know what happened. So I apologize, but I'm gonna do another one just for shit and giggles. And so you guys will have some new O's have. Oh, it's been such a while since I've like, I didn't know she's still doing artwork or anything. It's one of my favorite metal bands from way back. All right, let's. I didn't bring all my cards with me because I got shit to do tomorrow, so I just brought stuff that I needed. We're doing a uh celebration, pre-July shit, July 4th of July shit. I got time off, so that's the reason why I'm like, well, not time off, but I don't have to work until the weekend. So I'm sitting here like, shit, I might as well, sit back, chill, and enjoy the fucking week. It's been pretty straight. It's just been raining like crazy, and I gotta figure out what the fuck is going on with this leakage that's not actually happening inside my car, but it's happening. It's just like soaking the fuck out of my driver's side floor, and I think I know what it is. More than likely, it's the rubber that's the sealant that's all through. So I may have to like. I mean, this is an old car. First and foremost, this is like a 20-year-old car. So I have to probably do a lot of things to keep it to keep it maintained, which is fine by me. Like, I don't mind it because this type of car will last you for fucking ever if you take care of it, and that's what I said I was gonna do ever since I got in it, which I've had it for like a year or so. And so I have to actually put in manual labor, which is fine with me because I like learning new shit. So there's that. But anyways, let's go and get this going. You don't have to be a Libra sun sign. Yeah, all that. Let's see what's up. What's going on? So I got a little bit of something in my cup for today. But we gonna definitely, it'll be alright by the end of the month. Sorry, not end of the month, oh my goodness. It'll be alright the end of the week. Everything will be pretty straight. I'm just happy because I'm about to get this tent going, because I've been sitting here like, yo, I need tent on this car. It's been like that though. I was gonna do it a while ago, but I just kept putting it off. Now I'm like, it has to happen because I don't like people be nosy as fuck, and I'm just ready for like that limo experience. Not really, because that's illegal. Although I can still do it. I'm just not trying to get. I don't want attention. I don't want that type of attention. All right, Libra. Let's go ahead and see. My bad. But moral of the story, your other reading was that somebody is definitely going through some things, and I don't know if you know this, or maybe they're talking to you about it, because like I said, you were not in that reading. It was not a lick of Libra in that whole reading. It was more so, who was all in that? You had Sag, I think you had Sag, you had Cancer. I think it was like Sag, Cancer, somebody else, whatever. But oh, I think Gemini was in the city. Yeah, Sag, Cancer, I think Gemini. So heavy on the Gemini. Yeah. I think Virgo too, possibly. Was in that. So let's see what's good. Let's see what's up. Yo, it's like a lightning show, pretty much. The lightning's been pretty intense. This is lip gloss by Fenty that I want to try. I've been getting into, not necessarily makeup, because I don't like doing my face, like putting, I don't really do that too much, but I will put lip gloss on. I will put lipstick on, lip liner, eyeliner sometimes. I haven't done that in a minute. Eyeshadow sometimes. Mascara. That's pretty much it. I don't really do much of anything. Sometimes I may use like concealer. It really depends. Alright, so yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, this is what I mean, this is not what you had entirely. You didn't get the protect card, but it was something about somebody feel like they are trapped. Yeah, Libra. Ashanti. Oh shit. That is so fucking crazy. That's wild. Anyways, somebody feels like they're trapped or they're stuck in a marriage or something because of a kid, and it's like somebody feels like they're powerless. They can't do anything about the situation. They're stuck with a kid, and not being able, they don't really have the support that they need, and they're like depressed or something like that. And there's a whole bunch of other stuff. It's like the person was showing up as a King of Pentacles. They was appearing like a King of Pentacles, but they was coming out as a King of Wands reverse. So it was just somebody was trying to protect themselves and their child or something like that. But they were in a situation, they were staying in a situation that they shouldn't be staying in anymore, or something like that. It was something like that. I have a feeling that it's gonna completely upload, but maybe not. I've never seen that happen before with a video where it only uploads to 3 minutes or something, but it's a 20-minute video. I don't know what happened, because I recorded. It was like live the whole time, so I don't know what that was about. But anyways, let's see what this is about. Libra, you can definitely be protecting something here. Do I want to use these? It can be a marriage, a commitment, or something like that, or something to do with like your emotions. Let's see. I'm gonna probably use 2 different things for this. See how it comes out. What are you protecting? Some big time on she has this koala has their cub that they're protecting. So this could be like your children, your child, for whatever reason. I'm not saying anything's happening to them, but anything is fucking possible. Now, it doesn't have to be like a physical thing, but maybe protecting them from some other type of harm, because it's different things. Some of you guys, you don't want whatever it is or whoever it is you're protecting, you don't want them to, this is kind of like, some people will say, oh yeah, the Tooth Fairy and Santa Claus and blah blah blah, and then some parents, they don't do shit like that. They're like, there is no Santa Claus. I bought this shit, things like that. But somebody could just be trying to protect their child's innocence. Somebody may like their child to believe in like fantasy things and imagination, but it's a lot of real shit going on around somebody's child. That's like, it doesn't have to be yours, because I haven't even got to that yet, but it's like real shit going on beside. It's like real shit going on around someone's child, and this is not something that maybe you don't want a child to kind of see this or endure this and feel like this is normal, or something is normal. It could be something like that. So it could be where somebody is normalizing some type of energy where it's not, somebody doesn't want I feel like it's you're protecting a child, you're protecting somebody because you don't want them to believe, you don't want them to think that something is normal. So somebody could just be protecting the child's innocence in some sort of way, any type of way. It does not have to be like, it could be any type of way. We got Neptune here, heavy on the Pisces yet again. But some of you guys have a really sensitive kid. It could be you as well. It could be both of y'all. You could be sensitive. Your kid could be sensitive. But whoever it is you're protecting, could be anybody, anything, or vice versa, whatever. It's like somebody's trying to protect their kid's innocence. So it's like not having a kid start doing toddlers and tiaras or shit like that, because that shit is is weird. I feel like something's wrong with people that allow their kids to be in shit like that, because the kids they act way too grown before it's even time. And it's like, I feel like a lot of that shit is sick, but that's just me. So some of you guys have your kid can be a Pisces. Some of you guys have a really sensitive kid. They can have a vivid imagination. Maybe they believe in like fairies and I don't know, just all kinds of shit. They can believe in things that are like fantasy, like they can believe in things that are like they may believe in a tooth fairy. They may believe in this and that. I'm not saying that you're saying. I'm not saying that you're putting it out there like you're trying to get a kid to be open to these things or believe in the tooth fairy and Santa Claus and shit like that. But some of you guys, it's something to do with you trying to keep a child from growing up too fast, or like I said, somebody they have a child or children, or it could be more than one, whatever, and it's like they're trying to protect them from the shit that's going on out here, or that's going on personally inside someone's home or environment. So I don't know what's going on, but it could be where your kid, I don't know, maybe you or somebody has people around their kids, or somebody around that could be destructive. They can say things that's just like, if there's a kid here, I don't want the kid or the child thinking, or my son or our son or whatever, thinking that it's okay to deal, like, to have these type of things go on, and it's just normal. Like, it's like, damn, it's like, why the fuck is certain shit normalized around possibly your kid or this kid or whatever, or both of you? Like, again, this does not have to be you. This can be someone else. Something shouldn't be normalized. Kids shouldn't be around things, people cleaning guns in the kitchen, or females walking around with damn near no clothes on, or motherfuckers over smoking blunts back to back, or cussing and doing all kinds of shit in front of kids, or drinking heavy and shit getting out of control. Like, that's not normal. It is normal. It's normalized. I'm not gonna say it's like normal. It's normalized where people are like, oh, well, people grow up different. Okay, yeah, true, yeah, whatever. Same time, that shouldn't be something that is like considered normal. You shouldn't be sitting here allowing it to continue. If that's something that you dealt with when you were younger, that doesn't mean, oh, well, it's okay because my mom was doing all this shit in the 90s and whatever, the 80s, when I was around. So yeah, but that was back then. So you should know better than to repeat the fucking cycle. So why would you allow yourself to be put in the same position that, I'm not gonna say it fucked you up, but it definitely had you thinking once upon a time, damn, I don't think we were supposed to be in those situations. Yeah, because you probably wasn't. Don't nobody want to see their mom with a fucking needle in their arm. Don't nobody want, like, shit like that. Shit like that shouldn't be normalized. People arguing, adults arguing, slamming doors and cussing each other out and fighting each other and biting each other and shit like that. None of that shit should be normalized. So somebody is definitely trying to protect a kid from like dangers or things that are disruptive to, especially if a kid is really sensitive. It's like as if this kid is having an imagination. They're doing Legos or doing something where they have they're imagining they're an astronaut, and then somebody coming in and like drunk as fuck or whatever, and then just like knocking over all kinds of shit that's just not real, and just kind of like squash a kid's imagination and make them feel like, you know, whatever they get whatever their belief system is, even if it's just for that time, is wrong. I mean, we gotta grow. Kids grow out of shit anyways. Like on The Sims. The Sims, when you have kids on The Sims, the newer ones, of course, Sims 4. We have kids on there. They get them. They go through these different phases and shit on the game. They go through different phases where they may want to keep a costume on, you know, or shit like that. It's like somebody, it's like a girl having wanting to keep a butterfly or a fairy costume on, and that's they're just going through this phase, and it's like their dad or their mom is just like take that shit off, or breaking their shit or doing something, and or throwing it away because it's not real or whatever. It's like, let that kid go through that phase. Maybe they'll realize this shit is not real, it's dumb or whatever. Maybe not. But you gotta let them go through that and experience it themselves. Just going ahead and trashing a kid's whole imagination is gonna have them thinking that. I mean, sometimes depending on somebody's mentality, because some people grow up and be like, you know, they thank their parents for being realistic because it's real other crazy shit going on out here that's way more important. But then other people, it squashes it squashes like their imagination to where they never get to grow up. You know, like they next thing you know, they're 40 years old and now they wearing tighty whities and they still in pajamas and onesies and shit because they didn't get a chance to fucking express that or go through that phase when they were young. You see what I mean? Like shit like that. So I don't know if somebody's kid's dream is to be a astronaut or whatever. We all know what the fuck. You know, come on now. Astronauts and shit and that we know what the fuck's going on. But to sit here and kind of squash a kid's dream, you can do that. But there's a way to go about that. You can talk to them and you know, really get their mind right. Like, yeah, I know that you want to be these things and all this other stuff, but let me tell you right now, like, that type of stuff is not a real thing. And you know, maybe they'll understand it, maybe they won't, because it is a lot that goes into it. But just to be like, just to squash their whole dreams and imagine, like, the fantasy, even if it's bullshit, off rip is kind of like, it can fuck a kid up. So if somebody has like a kid that's really artistic, this kid can be really confused. Now, it's something also to do with gender. Like, I don't know if somebody kid already is like trying to figure out their gender. Somebody is not old enough. I'm not saying not old enough, but that's odd, but it's happening out here where kids that's 7, 6 and shit like that already thinking that they're gay or something, which, hey, maybe, but it is a lot of things that go on in these movies and shows and shit, these cartoons and all these Disney, all this shit, all of it got subliminal messages, cryptic shit in it, so we all know what's up. Of course, with kids' imaginations and you know, their mind, they're growing, so maybe they'll understand it, maybe they won't. Maybe there is just it's like MK Ultra or some shit like that, mind control, things of that nature. So I don't know. It's I'm sorry I'm going deep into it, but this is like a kid having a vivid imagination, having a dream of being whatever shit that may not even be, they may not actually do or be, or something that's not even possible because they don't have real fucking astronauts. Explaining that to a kid can be really, really difficult because they're thinking what they see in these movies and these cartoons and shit is real, when a lot of it is like dopamine for the youth. Of course, back when we was watching shit, you know, we either knew what was really going on or we didn't, or we had an idea, or we was just like, we did raise an eyebrow but didn't even like question it a second time. Shit like that. Some of us really knew what's up. Some of us had parents that sat us down, was like, this is what's really going on. Like, I had a dad that was like that. It wasn't completely like that, but I wasn't watching no motherfucking Disney movies and shit like that when I was young. with my dad? Hell no. We was watching shit that was real. We was watching Spike Lee joints and shit. I'm over here, you know, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old watching shit like this. Clockers. If anybody know the beginning of Clockers, that shit is fucking that shit is like, it will haunt the hell out of you if you're young and you watch some shit like that and you never seen dead bodies, motherfuckers shot in the head on the ground. If you don't see that type of shit, when you see that when you're young, it's not something that's not something the kids will be normally seeing. So if you never seen something like that, that shit can haunt the fuck out of you. This shit scared the fuck out of me. But I've seen shit like that when I was young. That's the type of stuff that I was put on to know what's really going on out here. I wasn't watching Disney and shit. I never really was interested in a lot of those things anyways. So I'm not saying that I'm living out my youth now. It was some shit that I did, like, old school shit, the original Alice in Wonderland and things like that. Things that was very, very fucking, like, I can understand it, but some other people may not be able to. Like, just like Winnie the Pooh, where nobody really knew that the kid had multiple personality. I want to say he had multiple personality disorder. I forgot, but all these fucking friends that he had was all part of a different fucking personality, a mood or personality that he was going through. Eeyore was the manic depressive. Winnie the Pooh, I think he was narcissistic. Tigger, if I'm not mistaken, he had ADHD, or he had some fucking shit, I forgot. You had who else? Piglet or whatever fucking, I think he had anxiety disorder or some shit like that. It was like things of that nature. Winnie the Pooh was something that I watched a lot, but one thing that scared me was the original Winnie the Pooh movie, when he fell asleep in the Heffalumps and Woozles. That shit was the fucking scariest thing I've ever seen, and it haunts me to this damn day because of the shit that went on in it. It was like the fucking devil. Like, it was like he literally just dreamed of the other side of the tracks. I can't explain it, but that was one scary ass fucking movie. When he had that dream, the whole movie was eerie anyways. But if you want to know about Walt Disney and all the shit that is a lot. It's a lot for sure. All these kid-like things that people think is just innocent. Nah, it was so much shit that was written in those for a reason. And Heffalumps and Woozles, I don't know what the fuck, but I'm gonna have to look at that. That shit was so scary. I would never watch it. Whenever it came on, I always fast forward through that. My mom remembered that shit. I'm just like, nah. But for some odd reason, I looked into things like that, and it always had me wondering about people and how they behave. And I always wondered, like, is this a real thing? Is it people out here that actually have these disorders, or is it just some hoax? Is it like a thing where people just slap a name tag on something and say, oh yeah, they got this. That's all that is, and not really look into a situation and see what's really going on with the kid. Start at home. Anyways, so this can be what's going on. Some of you guys are trying to protect the kid. Now this doesn't even got to be yours. That shit was really devilish, and they were like, beware, beware. It's like, yeah, Heffalumps and Woozles. The whole fucking song was about, I feel like it was like shadow people, but I feel like it was more than that. You have to watch your back, you can't just be around anybody. You can't have anybody just around you. You have to be really aware of your surroundings, who you deal with. I feel like it was a deal with the devil type shit that Winnie the Pooh was on, because he loved honey, and that's what got him caught up. That was the temptation. I'm sorry, I know I'm getting deep into this, but people be, I don't know, whatever, it doesn't matter. You can follow me if you want to, but I won't blame you if you didn't, because people are so fucking, like, dense. So, Emperor is here. You can be a man, you don't have to be. If you're a man, you're definitely trying to protect, I don't know, you could be trying to protect a woman and a child, but if this is you, you're like, if you're a dad, you're definitely trying to protect somebody here, their innocence. Point blank and period. You be clairvoyant, you don't have to be, but it's like your kid could have a vision, like they can be really intuitive. They can be one of those. They can be a sixth sense. Maybe they're chosen. It can be anything, and it's like you really want to protect this one child, one or two. I don't know how many it is. You want to protect somebody because they are. I mean, you may want to protect them from a man. If you're a woman, if you're this one that's protected, you can be the one that's trying to protect a child from whoever this emperor is. I don't know why I feel like somebody have a kid that's going into show business or something, or they are like they could be an actor, actress, young, you know, going into something. Definitely, most definitely, you don't want to be dealing with these fucking industries, man, and have your kid just out here letting anybody just deal with them. You're not there, watching, seeing every fucking thing that's going on because they can only do what you allow them to fucking do. So if you just give it to them, you like just do whatever. They're gonna be the next Justin Bieber, Aaron Carter, Amanda Bynes, Britney Spears. Should I keep going the fuck on? Do you not? On some Mickey Mouse Club shit, maybe even more than that. Most of them didn't make it out. Almost didn't. Most of them didn't make it out live. Some of them slipped through the cracks like hell. Some of them, I guess, kind of made it, but they just played their part. And kept their nose clean, kept their heads down, because they already know. That was, they did what they did, and then now they try to stay out of the way. So somebody may have a child, showbiz. Somebody may have a child that wants to, that's acting or something. I don't know how old they are, but it's like really protecting this child because you really have to know what it is they have them doing at all times. You have to be there because it's too many child stars that just did not fucking make it or got fucking ran through, ruined badly, ended up either harming themselves or something happened to them. We already know it. If you know, you know when it comes to shit like that. Aaron Carter, I remember his whole come up, and the fact that his brother was fucking insane, dude from what was he, Backstreet Boys, if I'm not mistaken. Nick Carter dealing with old girl Jessica Simpson or whatever, whoever the fuck. It was all this. I feel like they was all just dealing with each other, but he was abusive as fuck, and nobody like believed Aaron. Like Aaron was speaking out against him so much, and he was right about him. What happened? Like, Aaron Carter went down such a dangerous ass path. He got into drugs, bad. It was like all these people be crying for help, and it seemed like everybody's like nobody wants to help him. Mac Miller, young as fuck when he passed, had people around him, but I guess it wasn't the right fucking people. All these so-called youngins that came in and did a couple of albums, maybe one album, maybe two. Old Billy Chick, whatever the fuck her name is, it's like these people didn't stay long. They kind of just came and did a little bit, and then next thing you know, they disappear. I don't know. I just feel like it's Miley Cyrus. I feel like she went through a lot of shit. She ain't talking about a lot of it. Use abuse type of shit, but hey, she kind of grew up in that industry anyways. Things of that nature. Britney Spears is completely like she's gone. Not only that, she's a complete puppet. She can't really do much of any fucking thing. Most of them cry for help. They don't really get that help because the people around them just think that since they doing it too, since they fucked up on this, that, and the third, and partying and shit, they think it's all good. But where the fuck are your real friends at if that's the case? Where the fuck are your real friends at? If they knew that she was off on the deep end, why the fuck did they not do something about it? Like, I mean, I'm not saying they didn't try, but all it takes is a person to really give a fuck. And that other chick, the one that Mac Miller was with at one point in time, now she looked like a fucking skeleton. that thing it's like, it's just wild out here. It's like, but motherfuckers be really be pushing their kids, their toddlers and shit, to be doing all this stuff just to get in front of a fucking screen to make them money. It don't even be about the fucking kid. It be about the parents. They be lazy and greedy as fuck. It's like, I don't know. I mean, it's okay to do it, but it's a limit. You definitely gotta be there. Like, you can't just hand your kid off to R. Kelly and be like, yeah, do whatever, give us the money. That shit's fucking wild. Nobody talked about how Leah was only 15 whenever she, whatever. I'm about to go all into some shit that don't even, whatever. So, you can be a teacher. Some of you guys can be a teacher. You want to protect the kids. Maybe you are a teacher, you want to be a teacher, or you would be good at teaching. You want to protect the kids. You want to protect the youth from. I feel like this emperor energy. It doesn't necessarily have to be men, but it can be. I feel like this emperor energy is like people of power, people who can kind of like do whatever, and you kind of don't have like any say so. You don't really have the power to do anything about it. It's like you would get run over, run down, and people will look at you like, how dare you come up against the emperor? This is the emperor. So the fuck what? The emperor, not saying about the emperor, literally, it's more so of like the man. If say devil came out with this emperor, that's literally the industry. People who are of power, literally. These people that's controlling, this is like FCC and shit. This is people that's controlling heavy media. This is something serious. Everything that we fucking do, watch, they control that. So if they want to put some bullshit out or allow bullshit to get put out, it'll get put out. That's brain rot. Everybody fucking knows what the fuck that does. Not brain rot, but the fact that anything can get put out, 16 and pregnant, shit that just is brain dead fucking entertainment. Brain dead entertainment. BDI. Oh, BDI. BDE. BDI. BDE. Anyways. I'm gonna be a Gemini. But yeah, I don't know. If somebody, whatever the case may be, I feel like there's a need for protection out here. Like a shield or some sort. Somebody can definitely be trying to keep their kid from watching certain things. Now, this is not like watching shit that's real. This is like watching shit that's that's put out as innocent, put out as, cartoons and hee hee ha ha and colors and glitter and rainbows, but that shit is something about that that's actually off. I would rather my kid actually watch some real shit than watch that, because what is really that about? Like, the only thing that I really watched when I was younger was probably Blue's Clues. I really like the fact that we're using our brains to find things and to, I feel like it's stimulating in a better way, in a good way. I don't know. I'm not saying any of these other fucking cartoons, these newer shits, is not like that, but I feel like you're just protecting. You are, or you want to, or you should protect people from. This is protection too. With the Emperor card is protection as well. You can definitely be a man. You don't have to. Got Aries here. I always put Taurus with this too. But you can have any of this in your chart. It doesn't matter. I always feel like all those three is Empress energy, anyways. To me, heavy. But this is like. This is like protecting people from that have power and authority as well, to be able to do, say, whatever against you, and it kind of get, you get overthrown. It's almost like what you say and do and whatever don't matter. It's all about who has the power in a situation, any situation. I don't know. This could be some other deep shit that's doesn't really have like a script, so to speak. But yeah, so somebody can this could also be like some type of truth. Somebody can definitely regret allowing their child to get to be not really born but raised around certain things or around certain people who kind of harm them. It's like in a way where it's not necessarily about physical and you know, but it can definitely be emotionally emotional abuse because it's like fuck your dreams and goals, kid, this is real shit. Which granted, like I said, that's okay, but it's ways to go about that. You don't just throw a kid's favorite superhero toy in the trash because that shit ain't real. It's like I don't know what the fuck. Anyways, it's been real. Something about Aquarius, Aries, Taurus. You can have any of that in your chart or something to do with a man. I really feel like somebody is cold. There's a man that's manipulative, cold, heartless, so to speak, and he kind of shits on kids' dreams or shits on people who have imagination, people who are like, who have visions, who, you know, who are intuitive, who are possibly even sensitive, and kind of make a mockery of it or make fun of it. This could be a Scorpio, doesn't have to be. Oh wow. Ow. Wow. Alright, I'm done. It's been real. So it can kind of put you in a Queen of Cups, male or female, doesn't matter. You can switch the roles if you need to. In a position to where now you kind of feeling like, well, fuck your feelings and fuck how you feel, or you know, it's like you're cold towards that person because they want to be cold and try to like diminish a kid's reality. It's a fucking kid. Like when you were a kid, what was you doing? You know, weren't you like, yeah, wrestling and shit like that, knowing good and damn well most of that shit wasn't real? It's like if somebody came in and told you and squashed your dreams and shit on your fucking like imagination and your whatever, your innocence, would you have not been like felt some type of way? Anyways, it's been real. I'm about to move on to whomever else. I'm sorry that, why is this acting up? Like, I don't get it. I'm about to say, like, this shit is, I got full bars. What the fuck is the problem? I know it's raining, but it ain't that damn crazy to be switching up. But yeah, I'm gonna do to the next sign. I don't know if this other Libra reading will upload the actual 20 minutes and 13 seconds because it only shows up like 3 minutes and something. I don't know what the fuck that's about. If it does, cool. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. This literally is not the same as the other reading. I don't know what this reading is about, but it doesn't matter. As long as somebody got something out of it. Like I said, you weren't here necessarily, but you could have been. This is just this can be for anybody, any placement, you know. If you get the messages and it resonates, whatever, boom. And this can also be something that happened to you when you were young. Somebody could have shit on your dreams, made you feel like, you know, being sensitive was some bitch shit, or and it's like, I'm a kid, like, you know, kids don't come out of their fucking parents' womb, or sorry, their mom's wombs and just be aggressive and like tough and shit. Like they're kids, you know. They have imaginations and they grow into whatever the fuck. What are you like? We're not supposed to be. We're not that off rip or whatever. I mean, maybe, but ones I know, hell no. Something about clowns too. All right. Anyways, I'm out. Like it if it actually, if you get where I was fucking coming from, or if it's for somebody, because I don't really know. It's me now, future shit. Who knows? Who cares? Somebody can also be like some type of artist of any sort, because art goes a long ways. And I don't know if somebody is making a kid feel like, oh, you drawing all these cartoons, you drawing this, that, and the third. That shit ain't gonna amount to nothing. I don't know what the fuck somebody's problem is. Somebody may feel like, oh, the streets only matter, and it's like, yo, it's more to life than just the streets. Like, yeah, real shit is real shit, but come the fuck on. Like, somebody is very fucking like, I don't know, they sound institutionalized, which I understand that too, but at some point it's like, you didn't get thrown in jail at no 8 years old and was told to not have imagination and don't be a kid. I mean, yeah, you probably was by some parent or forced to grow up early or whatever the fucking case may be, but you still seen shit was like, that's cool, ooh, Superwoman and Superman and Batman and da 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 da. Like, that's most kids for you these days, and ones that grew up around, 80s, 90s, maybe even the 70s, shit like that. That was a thing. It wasn't like, unless somebody had somebody around them that completely shit on their fucking, because somebody might have didn't have that, so they had kids and shitted on their kids' dreams and and visions and all that shit. The fuck they gotta do with you though? Anyways, I'm out. I'm sorry. I don't know. This could be your father, a father figure or something like that. Somebody could be trying to protect you from your father, because your father could have been like this, where all he knew was the streets, and then you were like a kid with big eyes and a bright future and had all these dreams and goals and aspirations, and you want to do this, that, and the third, and your father figure, dad, whatever, grandpa, I don't know, some man was just kind of like, just shit on it or made you feel like dreams or certain things were for people with money. I don't fucking know. Somebody is just like, their old way of thinking ain't got shit to do with you. Or whatever this is about. I'm about to go off to Who's Next, because I was supposed to do Who's Next anyways, but I didn't want to come back and do you. Is these people already dead? Yeah, Pisces already did all these. So who's next? There's only like a few left. We have, yeah, there's only 4 left. Virgo. Okay, so Virgo is next. Let's do Virgo, and I'll see you guys later.